I'm not going to beat around the bush. Today's cigar review is very special. Not just in that the cigar itself is special, but because it is very special to me. It was a smoke that I picked up a sample of, one of which is here, at the PCA show, and the first sample that I smoked upon my return to Japan was fantastic. It just rocked my world. And here today, I'm going to share with you the second sample. The cigar itself is the La Aurora 120th anniversary. As you can see at the very bottom, this is the PCA 2023 launch cigar. But outside of that little footband at the bottom, what you will get from Claro is the exact same blend, and it does include the little bit of a cedar tubos, which, of course, knowing me, I adore. Beyond its cedar sheathing, you will have a Dominican Puro through and through. Yes, a bit of a rarity, but being that La Aurora has its own farms in the Dominican Republic and does definitely roll all of its cigars in the Dominican, last I checked, this makes complete sense. And of course, well, last I checked, 120 years does make La Aurora the oldest running cigar manufacturer in all the Dominican Republic. So pretty big deal for an anniversary cigar. Now this cigar has a Piloto Cubano tobacco in the filler, which is pretty strong stuff. It's traditionally a Dominican tobacco too. You don't get it so much in Honduras or Nicaragua. So it's very much something that you would expect to find in a Dominican puro. It also has corojo in the filler, as well as olor leaf, which is a very large tobacco leaf, which can be used as a filler, but it also makes for a great binder, which coincidentally this cigar has. So the binder is your olor, you have a little in the filler, and then you have a wrapper, which is an Habana 92, which is a bit of a rare tobacco leaf for cigar wrappers nowadays, and it has those spicy, slow burning attributes. Very, very much a full cigar though. Now this cigar is one that has received a ton of aging. Apparently, we don't know exactly how long they've aged this, but the master blender said that the extensive aging has given it a distinct cedar aromatic, which also goes with, well, that Habana 92 wrapper. The smell from the foot is very much a nutmeggy, slightly coffee-like, and spicy aromatic, whereas the wrapper itself is just cedar through and through, baby. You get a little bit of that sun-grown tobacco spice, a little bit of farmhouse funk on it, but not a whole ton. And the cigar itself is just beautifully constructed. It's very attractive. The band is nice as well. Lots of bronze on it. And the construction, though, feels good. And there's a tiny little bit of a soft spot right beyond the band toward parting puffs. But everything else in the smoke feels and looks outstanding. So let's get to it, shall we? Never fails, does it? And cold draws or cold pulls on the cigar are definitely white pepper forward with almost like a figgy, I wouldn't go all the way prune-like, but it's like dark dried figs, some dried raisin, and mixed spices. And hints of cedar here and there. Very much a full-bodied, medium-strength cigar, though. Whew. Definitely a strong start to the cigar. Full in strength and pretty close to full in body. And peppery. Black pepper, a little bit of red pepper, almost like a Szechuan pepper spice to it. Kind of exotic. And loads of cedar. Super cedar forward. From a flavor profile. Nice pull, nice draw, and whew, man, the dried fruit secondary notes are definitely one of its highlights from the get-go. Again, it's just kind of dried fig and raisin-like, which is weird because I hate raisins, but I don't mind it this taste when it's in cigars. And it's not super sweet yet. If it's going to be like the other stick that I had, though, it will sweeten as it goes. So let's keep puffing. It takes a minute for this cigar to simmer down a bit. And it doesn't simmer down all that much. It's still very potent. Flavors, though, are what I'm referring to in regard to simmering down. It's very peppery at first, like, as I mentioned, but now you use a little more of a milk chocolate-like note, and the roundness of the cigar reaches an equilibrium. There's a little bit of a coffee note to it, very mellow. It's still primarily dried fruit flavors, and cedar. The aromatics of this cigar are one of my favorite things about it. It smells like a cedar spill. When you light a cigar with a piece of cedar, it really does smell like combusting cedar. It's fantastic aromatic. And there is more coffee on the aromatics than anything. Retrohales, though, you blow the smoke out through your nose, prepare thyself for some strength, because that will knock your dick in the dirt, I swear. Another reason I'm drinking a strong ginger ale, because whoo-wee, it's like a spicy. Being that this is La Aurora and their totem is the lion, I find this awesome, where the part that you pull off on the band is shaped like a profile shot of a lion. Can you see that right there? That's so cool. The start of the second third is where vanilla comes in. And it's a sweeter vanilla. There's more sweetness to the cigar at this point. And that sweetness goes with this coffee taste that's starting to develop. The cedar, though, is still very prominent in the aromatics, and the strength of the cigar is far more balanced than ever before. So it's still a powerful smoke, but it doesn't feel like it's one that's just rocking you like it was, well, when you first lit it up. All right, Mr. Lion, let's see how this works. Oh, this is going to be easy. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it should all be that easy. Here in the final third, it's more of a spiced dried fruit flavor. And still got a little bit of cocoa, a little bit of a chocolatey mocha-like taste. But these spices and the vanilla that is still prominent makes for a good close to the cigar. I'm enjoying the parting puffs portion on the cigar on this one more than the first stick that I smoked at the beach when I first got back from the PCA show. I found the first one just to be a bit too much of everything. It was just very, very intense and a little charry and bitter. This is much more round and coffee-like and almost like buttered toffee. It's still very vanilla and spiced fruit forward, and the pepper strength builds at this point as well. All that said, this is one of my favorite full-bodied cigars that I've smoked this year. And I like that it has continued to be balanced. It's full, but it's not overpoweringly strong if you smoke slowly. And it has gotten a little hot at times, and I had to do one touch-up. Nothing major, just a quick one toward the end of the second third. The draw has been spot on, and the vanilla notes and that cedar have, for me, been the star of the show. The spice fruit flavors are tasty as well. But with the right beverage and a full stomach, this is one of those cigars that I could picture myself smoking once a week and just relishing every moment of. 4.6 out of 5. Very, very good cigar.